Hello. Put on your hard hats and your high vis because today we're going to be tearing into the walls of the Hopwood family chapel. So what is a family chapel, you might be asking? Well, way back in the day, families used to have chapels. Hello, yes, this is our master bedroom. This is our kitchen, and this is our home church. We're gonna start cleaning this place up. We're gonna tear all this old stuff off the walls. So this was built in the 1600s by John Hopwood, and in the 1900s, priests moved in and they made a lot of changes. We're gonna tear all these ceilings down, see where it's all falling out. A lot of this was put up in the 1960s and it's got to go. You can see here behind some of this plaster that's cracking off, just amazing brickwork, these curved round bricks. You don't see bricks like that anymore. We are at St. Leonard's Church, which is a church that dates back to the 1100s, and it is where the Hopwood family used to come for Mass. And here at this church is where they actually have the Hopwood pew, and it gives us a lot of clues of what the Hopwood family chapel could have and would have looked like. Why would they have a family chapel at the hall when they have this beautiful big church to come to?
A lot more convenience, I think, is the answer. And it was the thing to do at the time.
So they just woke up late and they said, oh, we're just gonna go to church at our house.
Yeah. Get the priest up, we'll telephone him, we'll get him to come up.
They used to have a chapel in their house so that they and their friends and the people that worked at the estate could all practice the religion that they wanted in the safety of their own home. Remember, way back then, practicing religion was dangerous. You had no idea who believed in what, and if you believed in the wrong thing, you could get killed for it. So this is the Hopwood pew. This
is where they would have sat during morning prayer or communion. Not with all this rubbish in here, but this is the only storage place we've got in the church. So this chapel was here in 1524, and probably 200 or 300 years before that. So I'm sure Hopwood have got these as well. But this is an enclosed aumbrey.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
The vessels for the communion, the communion plate would have been kept in there, the chalice. Let's have another look anyway.
Ah! What is that?
Sorry, Lord, forgive me. Another secret.
There's bones down here?
There are bones down here.
What?
Well, inevitably, you know, there's probably 400, 500 years of burials have taken place in there.
It smells like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
If I pull this, I'm going to be ringing a bell that dates to 1610.
Correct.
Is that right? Didn't ring. I can't believe I'm ringing something older than the Liberty Bell. It's insane.
Yeah.
All the keys get torn out.
They'll get torn out and then we'll denail it.
What unexpected dangers could happen when taking down a ceiling? Is there anything that we've had to be extra careful about?
Ian has isolated the electric, so we know that there's nothing nasty power-wise up there. It's normally just vermin in old buildings. So it could be mice, rats, squirrels, birds.
What about spirits?
Oh, there's always spirits. I wish they were a bit heavier, they could sit on the ceiling and drop it.
So what era are these original beams we found?
About 1690. From
Just hidden up there behind the ceiling.
And what they've done is they've taken off the original roof and made it 2 stories. They've left those beams in there, so that's some of the original work and the original timber.
So excuse the shot for up my nose, but above me are these really old beams. See the striped beam right here? That is old. Well, 1690 old. I think that's when the Salem witch trials were going on. We have good vibes only. And we've been having a lot of coffee. And this is some plaster that has crumbled. So we're just gonna leave it there. Now in this chapel, I've read recently that there was actually a wedding that happened in Hopwood Hall between a German baron and one of the Hopwood daughters. And there's actually a picture of them standing out here on the steps. Now I think they actually did the ceremony at the St. Leonard's Church, but they came back here for the party. If you look at the wall. This is the thickness of the wall. You wonder why we don't have cell reception in here? I mean, if you're trying to call me and I'm like, what? Well, this is why. So you almost wonder if there's like a secret stairway in here, maybe another secret room. This has got to be about 4 feet. Why would they make it so thick? What I think we should do is get like an X-ray machine or a heat sensor or something to see if there's any space inside of here. I mean, maybe there's skeletons in there, maybe it was a prison or down to a dungeon. See here, this is the original knocker. We've torn off all of the plaster that was put on in the 1960s and 70s to expose this original brick. So the rendering uncovered these bricks down here. Well, they're not even bricks, they're rocks, but that's an old foundation. So if you look at between, there's this brick, and then boom, it hits that rock. So what is this?
What this looks like is a plinth they built stone up to keep the frame of the timber frame building off the ground.
So we're saying this brick is 1690, but you're thinking that this rock is even older than that?
I think it's older.
And to think that my ancestors probably hand-laid this rock, perhaps hundreds of years before the 1600s, absolutely blows my mind.
There's two different areas. One of them is this brickwork, and one of them is this brickwork. This brickwork has lime in it. This brickwork has cement in it. And if you look at the inclusions, you will actually see big chunks because it would have been what they call like a kibble lime or chunk lime.
It looks like somebody's tooth.
Well, it's calcium.
Oh, really?
So it could have been a dinosaur tooth at some stage. But if you look at it, the bits of black would be charcoal from when it was in the kiln.
See, that's almost a powder there. That's the lime. Right above it is a cement. That is so hard. That's what's got to come out because it's damaging the brick. This was where we think the Virgin Mary used to sit in this little alcove here, and there's another one over there that's not in as good a shape. We've also put in temporary glass here in the windows. For the time being, we'll keep the wind and the water out, which will help us to dry this room out, get it to be more secure, and get it so that we can start moving on to the next phase. I'm starting to feel like we have our own lumber mill here with all this wood that's coming in. Now this wood's gonna be used all over the hall, but because we've now got the chapel clear, we're gonna be storing it in here and taking it out. So the chapel now is in the proper scale where it used to be. Now that we can see where the original ceiling was and the original beams, the room starts to feel like it should have. It's so much more grand, it's so much higher. It makes the windows look right. You can feel Hopwood Hall coming back, and it is so exciting. Some of you also might be wondering what is gonna happen to this room. Now that we've seen St. Leonard's, we have a much better idea of how to restore it to its original former glory. Because the chapel was a gathering place, I think this room will always be a gathering place. And in the future, we'll be able to do weddings here again and have events. I mean, who knows? We might even get spiritual and do some yoga. I mean, I actually did try yoga once, but I'm not very good at it. I'm not very flexible. And I think doing a downward dog in the family chapel just seems wrong. We'll be updating you on the progress of the family chapel as we move forward, but this is a huge step, and I am so excited with the progress that we made, and we'll keep you posted. I have no idea what a downward dog is. I think in a downward dog is something like this. That's my downward dog in the chapel. That's a headstand. Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see you there. If you're enjoying the videos, please like them and subscribe, and make sure you click the bell because then it will alert you every time we put out new content. Also, if you send us comments, that would be great. Just make sure they're nice comments.